Hey there, today we will discuss the Skydio 2 drone. This is a flight review. Hey there everybody, and thank you for visiting addshot. If this is your first time or you are returning, we appreciate you viewing. You are welcome here, all video and music made from scratch. Alright, today we're going to get into a little speed test. We're going to use the Outlander 800 Max, and we are going to speed test this Skydio 2 drone. It is claimed that the Skydio 2 will maintain 36 miles per hour of autonomous speed, but we'll just check that. And we're going to definitely put it to the test. We have a little straightaway with a bend, and this will be our course for today's test. We have multiple cameras on the ATV today. We'll have a heads-up speedometer cam, analog. We'll move it on over. We'll have the phone view. We'll also have a picture of the front shock in action with tires spinning and the rear of the vehicle with both tires. So here we go. Of course, the camera on the driver. And let's get going with this first test. We're going to get through all these runs here. And I'm going to do rolling starts as to have respect for the road. Okay, so here we go. You can see the speedometer. We're getting about 35 miles an hour right now. Skydio is keeping track at about 34, 35 miles an hour. Around the turn, it slows down. As I pick up speed and hit 50, Skydio maintains 35.5 miles per hour. And that's all it'll do, but if I slow down, it will catch up. No problems here. Saying hi to the neighbor there. And instantly lost the subject. There was an instant disconnection right there, but no problem. We're going to move on to the next test. I'm not really looking too much at the GPS problems or any of that on this test. Let's focus on that later, possibly. Here we go on test number 2. The Skydio meets the tree because I'm telling it to be on the back left of me. And here we go around this turn, and Skydio is maintaining a very high altitude, even though I didn't set it for this. But this is how Skydio keeps up with you. If you start breaking the speed limit of Skydio, the 36 miles an hour, it's just going to start backing out and putting you into a wide frame. It's going to maintain a GPS lock, and that's how it's going to keep in touch with you. So right now, as I broke sort of the GPS lock, visual lock thing, I'm having some problems right here, as you can see on the heads up. You can see that something's happening. Skydio is just flashing back and forth between visual and GPS, and it's right there. So we're talking 15 feet away here, and I'm sort of a little baffled by it, but I'm going to break the motion track right there and reconnect and do a reconnection here. That's going to be the best way to get rolling. So here we go. We're going to go for test 3 here. And go ahead, we're going about 20 miles an hour. No problems. We're going to increase speed, especially around this turn. We're going to punch it. So Skydio is trying to keep on a certain side of me, but it can't. It detects trees there, so it has to slow down its speed, of course, change its angle in the air, and then again raises in altitude to keep me in the frame. It's the only way, of course, and obviously it can't go above 36 miles per hour. So if I hit 50, it has to back out. It has to keep me in the frame somehow. Okay, and here we go. We're going to go for our next test. Alright, Skydio immediately hits a tree right there, and in order to keep up, higher altitude. That's good. It's going to try and come back, though. It wants to be on my front left, so it's going to try, but I'm going to punch it here, so it won't be able to get up there. Skydio's doing about 34 miles per hour, and I'm doing about 45, 50, so I was able to break the speed. But, you know, unless you're just going 45, 50, 60 miles an hour constantly, you're not going to lose your Skydio if you have terrain that is up and down and here and there. You don't have to worry about that. Skydio is just going to catch up to you every time you slow down. This is a great little scene right here. So as I went under the tree and I stopped on the brakes and went in reverse, Skydio didn't know what to do. It went up and over the tree and got itself in a pocket and couldn't follow me. So here we go on the next test. Of course, I had to fish him out, but here we go. You can see the Skydio behind me, over my shoulder, and easily goes through this obstacle when at a good speed. I was about 20, 25 miles an hour. So with the Skydio over my shoulder, I'm going to make this turn and punch it. Alright, so we're doing about 30 miles an hour around the turn. And then so as I give it some speed, I'm going to go up quickly to 45, 50, 52 miles an hour. And Skydio is definitely left back, but of course it pulls back, keeps me in the frame with the GPS lock, and moves in on me once I slow down. So this is a perfect opportunity to take a look at the surroundings. It's really nice out here. It's a beautiful day. Nice gentle cloud cover. So here we go on this next test. This is definitely a test from behind. And we're going to just break Skydio's speed limit right now. But as I go around the turn, you see Skydio will pick up some ground and catch up to me. Again, as I punch it, Skydio will try to keep up, but eventually it will come to you if there's obstacles in your way. So I'm not worried about Skydio not being able to track more than 36 miles an hour. That's fantastic speed. When you come up to any obstacle, your flying buddy will be catching up to you. So here we go. We're just going to do a quick landing. I'm going to change out the battery. This is really going to be an easy one. There you go. It was that fast. Let's go and move on to the next test flight. Didn't have to get out of my seat there though. That was really nice. That's really what I want in a drone. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get everything set and ready. Gonna keep going. We got our new battery. Good to go. All right, so we're gonna get going. We're about 35 miles an hour right now, and we're gonna hit the turn. It's about 30, and then I'm gonna punch it. Skydio's tracking at about 30 miles an hour right now. 34, 35. There's this max right here. It knew how to get around that tree a little better that time. And of course, as I slow down, Skydio, of course, will catch up. And so it lost me visually. The problem with some of this is that once it does lose you and go into the GPS mode, it can get kind of stuck in that mode, and you will have to break the motion track and reconnect to yourself. And here's a little spot where I just turned around real quick on a dime, and Skydio went back behind me and got itself stuck in the forest. And that's typical, can happen, but thank goodness for the obstacle avoidance. No problems there. All right, we're gonna get it going. We're flying, we're doing about 40. We're gonna go around this turn, 45, 50. And again, Skydio just backs out in the frame, no problems. I'm still there. The whole question will be later on when I start doing more technical things. Will it catch up and reframe me and keep the visual lock? But we're just doing a speed test to see what happens at higher speeds. All right, here we go. Let's do it again. Skydio tracking from the front. This is one thing I definitely like to test, and you know, it's doing okay right now, but as I turn, it brakes. It's trying to keep up. It's starting to go fast, but then there's an obstacle, and then it really falls behind. So it will always try to get back up to the front. So that's just something it'll do. And out of respect for the road, we don't want to be peeling out. We want to make sure this road is good for the winter. So, of course, the rolling starts, and we're just going to go at somewhat moderate speeds. So this is going to be the final run here. This is where we're going to just sort of open our ears. I'm going to continue talking, but something's going to happen. We're going to have some sort of fail with the quad. We're going to, start our normal acceleration from a rolling start. Then all of a sudden we get a little bit of loss in power almost instantly. As I accelerate, again, a loss in power. You start to hear a flutter, some sort of fluttering. Almost sounded like it was an air intake issue, but actually not. Almost no power now. I'm just going at very slow speed, and we're going to pull up here onto the bank, and we'll just have to assess the damage, but no problems for now. I'm going to move forward. That's just how we roll here. At least we got our speed test done. So on to more topics. We're going to do more tests. We're going to do all sorts of things because that's what we do here. And if you know anybody who would like one of my videos, any type of topic, share the link. I'd appreciate that. Always score the ad shot. Hey, let me know what you think in the comments below. There's more to come. Please subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.